let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. The Green Bay Packers are 4-8 this year. Aaron Rodgers is hurt. He has the thumb injury and the rib injury now. Now, he had good news today that said they're not broken. So there's a good thing for Aaron Rodgers, the individual. They're not broken. But what we saw against the Philadelphia Eagles when Aaron Rodgers went out with that rib injury, Jordan Love came in and he looked polished. He looked like a actual starting quarterback when he came in there. 6 of 9 for 113 yards and 1 touchdown. Okay? Now, I want to remind you all that when Aaron Rodgers took over the reins from Brett Favre, it took him 3 years. Okay? It was 3 years he came in for an injured Brett Favre, and he all of a sudden looked like the guy, that could be, a great player. So that seems to be happening again in this one with this performance. Now, it's only one quarter, so I don't want to overreact too much, but this is a lot different from what Jordan Love looked like last year when he got a start, right? It's a lot different. And so now that brings the question, is it time to start Jordan Love? Because the Packers are 4-8, right? It is a very small chance. I think it's 2%, a 2% chance of them actually making the playoffs this year with everything that's going on with them. They're 4-8. They're third in the division. So for them to get to the playoffs, they would have to win the next 5 games, win out this season. And the Minnesota Vikings, who are 9-2, would have to lose all of their next games. And then you also have to jump the lines as well in the standings. I don't see that happening. I don't see that happening. But it's not completely ruled out. And so when Aaron Rodgers went up there and said, he wants to play no matter what, until they're just mathematically out, he wants to play. And that's fine, him saying that. You would expect your starting quarterback to say that. You don't want him to go up there on the podium and say, I'd rather sit out now. That's not what you want to hear. If he can play, he's going to play. A lot of football players are like that. They will play through injury if it's not, career-ending type of stuff. But I will say this. You drafted Jordan Love 2 years ago, the Green Bay Packers. It was against Aaron Rodgers' wishes, or really he didn't even know that it was coming. And we still haven't seen if that was a good move or not. We still haven't seen if you wasted that draft pick or not. Jordan Love was in the same draft class as Joe Burrow, Tua Tagovailoa, Justin Herbert. Okay, he's in the same draft class as those guys. All of those guys have completely shown that they are the quarterbacks of the future. They have all shown that they are the guys on the team. Jordan Love has not been able to show that because he's behind the 2-time MVP. Now, you could say any of those guys would be in the same spot behind Aaron Rodgers, so it's not a knock to him yet. But what's going on with that is Jordan Love hasn't got a shot. He hasn't got a shot. He had a start last year, but he knew they're not gonna get rid of Aaron Rodgers from me right now. They're not gonna do it. This is the time, if there was ever a time to do so, to put him in the game. This is the time to show what his true value could be for this team or a possible team, not the Green Bay Packers. Because you could trade him if he plays well. As of right now, his stock couldn't be any lower. All right, he's already had that start that was bad, and he hasn't shown that he can be great on the field besides this one quarter of play. So you can't really hurt his stock by putting him on the field. But what you need to do is see if you have the right guy that's going to replace Aaron Rodgers. Now, Aaron Rodgers is 2-time MVP, as I said, but he's 38 years old. Aaron Rodgers is 38 years old. He's not getting any younger. And the older you get, the more fragile you are. That's not a knock. That's just human nature. Your body starts to wear down. And so there's people that still argue, he needs to play. He needs to play. What makes you think that Aaron Rodgers gives them the best chance? Honestly, they've lost the last 7 of 8 games. What makes you think he gives them the best chance right now? Now, I'm not saying because when he's fully healthy, he gives you the best chance. But do we still believe that a broken thumb, injured ribs, and he's not going to practice a lot this week, do we still think that's better than Jordan Love? That's what you got to ask yourself. And that's what the Green Bay Packers are going to have to do. Is he still better than Jordan Love with all of that going against him. Just at this point in the year. We're not saying completely get rid of him. Just at this point. We saw what the Jets did last week with Mike White. He got to go against the Chicago Bears in his, first start. I don't see why Jordan Love can't have that same opportunity. Play against that defense and show that you can be, 3 touchdowns, 300 yards, something like that. Put up that type of performance. I don't see why he shouldn't have the same opportunity. Because the Green Bay Packers, 2% chance. That would be one of the most amazing runs to end a regular season. And then you still gotta, you still gotta win the playoffs once you do that. Do you think you're gonna win the playoffs? I guess if that happened, but it still has to. You have to get help from the Minnesota Vikings. It's not like just the Packers did everything by themselves. You look at the Packers' schedule; they got the Bears and the Rams coming up. Which, if they play Jordan Love, those are 2 good games for him to get his feet wet. Those are 2 good games for you to show his value to not only your team but other teams as well. Just in case you want to trade. Maybe you want to get another big receiver because right now it's not even working with Aaron Rodgers on the field without Devontae Adams. With just Aaron Rodgers playing it right now, it's not working. Lost 7 of the last 8. So after the Bears and the Rams, where it could be a tune-up game, you have the Miami Dolphins. Even with Aaron Rodgers, I don't know if you win that game. Even with Aaron Rodgers. Now it's 3 weeks away because they have a bye week in the middle of all this, so he's going to have some time to rest. But the injured Aaron Rodgers, it's not going to happen. After the Dolphins, you got the Minnesota Vikings. So you honestly have to win. You just have to win that one because that gives them a loss and gives you a win. It actually boosts you up a little bit. There's no way that you're going to beat the Dolphins and the Vikings this year. At least I don't think. I don't see that happening. I don't think a lot of Green Bay Packers fans see it either. And then you got the Detroit Lions, who you already lost to this year. So these next 2 games are doable. I believe the Green Bay Packers can win those. But the next 3, I don't see it. And so if you're not going to win all of them, we ask the question: is it time for Jordan Love to start, the rest of the season? Because you can't win all those games, even with Aaron Rodgers on the field, because it's not like it's making a big difference already. You've lost the last 7 of 8. If you can't win all those games, it's time to start Jordan Love and see what value you can get out of him. It's time to do it. Thanks for watching this video. If you made it this far, like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Also, I have a podcast called Rip Jersey. Follow that, add it to your playlist. Listen to it wherever you can. Thanks for watching again. Peace.